Mama, you know what time it is. It is our
Yay.
weekly fashion segment right here at Race Chaser with our very fashionable correspondentress, Naomi Small.
Yes,
Hi,
honey.
guys. It's time for the runway rundown. Absolutely.
M.
Oh.
M. Mom! Race Chaser. Work the runway, sweetie.
Let's start off with Mother. She is in a beach cover-up with visible undergarments. The nude undergarment of the panty, not the pink panty. Like, we could see her bodysuit. The wig is nice, the eye is nice, but this isn't. You remember the pink leopard gown with the orange spots that
I think it's my
like,
favorite RuPaul look of all
if
time.
you wear that and then you try to pump this through because you don't want to get dressed for us anymore, how dare? Go away. If you don't want to do your job, don't do it.
What? Listen, she's still doing her job because this looks like a cheap Leg Avenue, like you buy it at the sexy store on Hollywood Boulevard and just put it on for your like stripper act. It looks like that, but the way that it's fitted is all that. It's like, it's that, but like hours and hours of fitting and construction went into it. So it's a very, it's a choice, like a, what is that word? An intentional choice to do this. She didn't just buy it off the rack and throw it on. It's fitted and made for her, but the choice is perplexing to me.
Yeah, all the things she could wear, and this is what she wore. It's not even Betsey Johnson-ish. Betsey wouldn't do this. This is way too simple for Betsey.
Yeah, I think the color palette definitely screams Betsey.
Betsey.
I do enjoy seeing her like almost in bra and panties. I feel like I haven't seen her in like a bra panty moment since like the 90s, to be honest. So having this, I think, makes it like fun, sexy, flirty. It does give like Leg Avenue couture for sure.
The hair is great. At least she's not doing that white. She put some of that butter yellow in it. I think this is that vanity that had the yellow in it. Like the butter's popping or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, I love this hair.
Yeah, Betsey for me is about taking risks and being edgy, and like Betsey combines red and pink, you know, and no one ever does that. So that's why I love Betsey, and I wanted RuPaul to be in a little BJ number, but you know, that doesn't happen.
I wish she had on some like cunt hair, like fembot, like sexy, like longer. Like if you're gonna go, don't put on the Vanna White hair, put on the
Lita Ford hair.
Yeah.
No,
But she's Mother, and you know what? If she in her 60s wants to have her out, then let her, and she is completely allowed to do that. She could stop trafficking a gunny sack.
Michelle is wearing Aria, which we love. Sparkle, sparkle, pretty princess.
It's a great red lip.
It is a good red lip.
I don't know what formula that is, but I want it.
Carson and Betsey, if you look at closely, look like before and after pictures. They do. They look like they could be brother and sister.
Okay, I love it.
Betsey looks so good.
Iconic.
I love someone who just has like an iconic style. Like you could put your thumb over Betsey's face and know who this is immediately.
Do you have lower
Is
lashes?
she really
on?
in her?
Yes.
I thought those were your lashes growing out of your face. I was like, this cunt.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you're so pretty.
Oh, thank you. You're gorgeous, too.
Thank you.
Wait.
You look nice.
What lashes?
She has lower lashes on there, so individual and bottom. I was like, is she using Latisse? But then she said they're glued on. Because she's a man,
Dang.
too.
I'd walk up to the camera, but I'm strapped to the chair.
Yeah, don't do that.
She super glued her sleeve on. That's how dedicated she is. She's Tyra Sanchez at the Race Chaser Studios on Lankersham. So this runway.
It's drag.
Rundown, honey.
How old is Betsey Johnson?
She's definitely in her 80s.
82 years old. kicking, splitting, doing the damn thing. I just did a gig with her at Beaches Tropicana, and she was like reading the girls. Like I love that she's like, because they gave us like 10 cards for the girls on the runway to be like, yay, 10, we love it. And she's like, is there any other numbers?
Well, I mean, she's right. Well, let's get to these outfits. Some of the stuff that she said in Untucked we can talk about too. Jewels sparkles on the runway in this punk grunge flapper look.
The details are just so on point. Like, this couldn't be more of the essence of the punk grunge flapper. The grommets and the stud work in here just hits the nail on the head. The pairing it with that chain, the use of all the different furs. I really like this. I thought she crushed it.
I love the furs. I think the splicing of the furs was the smartest thing she did. It gives very like Fendi. I love obviously the black finger wave with the black lip. I do think if we're doing that much black around the eyes, I'm shocked that she doesn't have a contact in. I kind of feel like the contact police at this point. But I think like a contact would have just made it like a lot more like flapper siren. And I think like when I'm on the runway, I just want to look like piercing. So that would be like my only thing. I think that the asymmetry of what she was doing on the bottom half of her garment makes it so she didn't actually need tits or a waist because she's padded, and then she had that like extra volume on the hip that really just like made it happen. And I guess she didn't really need tits because it's the 30s and girls were skinny, starving, and malnourished.
Sternum, honey. They were given sternum.
Love the black nail with this, too.
Lydia Butthole Collins. Now, Betsey said she always is a little off, but like she always got the fit right. And in Untucked, Betsey says this was an off fit. She doesn't call it an outfit. Would you wear this? Could you?
No. I was really intrigued when she was in the workroom and she had the face wrap of that like paisley kind of vintagey fabric. That was really interesting to me. And then she plopped this wig on with the Glamazonian Airways hat, and it like destroyed that sort of interest that was going on. Like, I think it could have been really like sleek and like mysterious, but then she added the wig and the hat. And then the fit of the dress is, I guess, the length and the boxiness is flapper-esque, but the sort of the ruching here makes it look haphazard. And then the chains on the bottom aren't connected to anything else anywhere, I feel like.
Do you remember Annie with Rooster and then he had the little blonde girlfriend? If they had a baby. This is very that. I don't understand, but not everything is for me to understand.
I love the color palette. Like, I think that the cat fur moment mixed with the blush pink is gorgeous. I think where she like offset it was adding this like trim that has like this like deep purple in there, which just didn't really go with anything else. Deep purple. The face Kini moment really did not understand why for a flapper. Like it's also not a face Kini. It's like a baggy,
a hood,
balaclava. What do they call that thing?
Yeah,
baklava.
The mug is beautiful. The paint is gorgeous. So we said something nice. Now let's move away from this ugly outfit to another ugly outfit. Miss Susie said, "I went to the sewing machine and said I'm just gonna have fun," because that's what Betsey said. That's what she said in Untucked. She said she was just gonna have fun. And then she also said, "I'm a rock and roll girl at heart, and tonight I'm letting it all hang out." Rock and roll girl at heart. If you go to Heart, well, that club closed.
If you go to Beaches Tropicana,
this wig is. I feel like I should excuse myself.
I feel like someone did this for her. Like, I feel like this is a makeshift wig. I don't think she came prepared to Drag Race with this wig. I think she like tried to use like all of us drag queens have a very. So I would hope that there's a hairstyling skill in there, and I feel like this wig is like, I'm just gonna have fun and do it. It's very like scene girl hair in her mom's bathroom, up with the razor. Who really cares about anything though when you're looking at this with that character shoe?
Oh my God, that character shoe with her little bootlet spat on it. She thought she was doing something here. And this hair, when Princess did it on the runway in season 4, it was way better and it was effective and it was a choice. This looks like a half mess that she pulled out of the bag and just did the scoot around.
I just don't understand. Like, it's Drag Race. It's something that's going to be following you, and you're going to like watch this content for the rest of your life as a drag performer, and everyone else, us, we're going to be talking shit about it for the rest of your life.
That's what we do.
Why not spray paint your character shoe that costs you probably $30, metallic pink or gold or something that goes with your look that is just pleasing to the eye?
Please, please, my eyes, Susie. Because this is garbage. Garbage.
And I think it's just over-accessorized because I think the dress is actually, it totally fits the flapper theme. And all the fringe is a great detail. I love that she has like the attempt at like the little fur on the little stole on her shoulder. But the gloves and like the Ren Fair, like billowy fairy thing on the arm just don't go with this look. But I really think that this is a gorgeous look without all the over-accessorizing and the hair and the character shoe.
Turn in your key card.
I was so confused because every week Susie too has been, I'm a little flapper, like every week, and then the week that she's supposed to be, she's a hooker extra from an 80s movie. Like whenever they have a scene in the police station and there's always a hooker in the background. Hey, let me out of here. See? Now she has decided to be that. And I don't understand. It's mixing time periods in the wrong way. And she should have just been the flapper that we know that she is, but she did not today.
I don't know what you're talking about because she's clearly a rock and roll girl at heart, like she said. And then she did this. So we know that she's telling the truth. She said, I am a rock and roll girl at heart, and tonight I'm letting it all hang out. These are the words she said. I'm not making things up against her. Like, I'm not against her. That's the mirror.
Just the mirror, and me no. Uh-oh. Next.
Damn.
When it comes to grocery shopping, I run into issues when I'm looking for snacks. I want healthy options, of course, but when I walk into a traditional grocery store, I'm so tempted by all those classic snacks that I can't really eat anymore because of my dietary restrictions.
I know the feeling, and it's very frustrating. But that all changed thanks to Hungry Root. It's the easiest way to eat healthy.
Hungry Root is like having your own personal shopper who takes care of the weekly grocery shopping. Plus, they recommend healthy groceries tailored to my tastes.
You can easily eat high-quality, nutritious food and achieve any diet or health goals, from anti-inflammatory to gut-friendly, gluten-free or dairy-free.
Plus, there's no high-fructose corn syrup, artificial sweeteners, or preservatives in any of Hungry Root's food. That is a win, mama.
And they only source top-quality meat and seafood free of hormones and antibiotics.
It's true. This is like having someone go to the grocery store for you, and they pick out all of the stuff that meets your dietary restrictions, whatever that may be, and is also just like healthy and really delicious. I love it.
They have cookie dough made out of chickpeas, garbanzo beans, and I get it every week from them. And you're gonna love Hungry Root as much as I love that cookie dough. Take advantage of this exclusive offer. For a limited time, get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life.
Go to hungryroot.com/drag and use code DRAG.
That's hungryroot.com/drag. Code DRAG to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life.
hungryroot.com/drag. Code DRAG.
Corey King. The shoes are nice, but then I can see where the under tights stop. It's a stirrup tight. You're on Drag Race. Don't do that. Don't do that. It looks like you don't want to. Oh, I don't want my toes to hurt. Bitch, make your toes hurt. You're on TV. It looks better. I'm sorry. And guess what? You should have built this whole thing not on the mannequin. You should have built it on you because then you could have covered that tacky breastplate seam.
I feel like she gave up. I think Corey King fully gave up. Like, through the episode, they gave her the warning, don't go scooch. And she's like, okay, I'm not going to go scooch. I'm going to do classy. And then she woke up on the morning of the runway and she said, you know what? I'm going to go and do what I want to do. And I'm going to go home. But, like, I think she knew she was going home with this look. You have to know that you're going to be in a bad position if you're not even going to be the breastplate, the body girl of the season, and, like, not make a breastplate cover. Or literally, y'all take your crazy glue for this design challenge, put it there, put the fabric up. Who cares? Who cares? This is something that's going to be on television forever. So, like, we don't want to see the seams. We don't want to see your corset. We don't want to see your panty. Cover that. If you're going to be the breastplate girl, be the breastplate girl.
And this hair should be bigger. This poof on top, this is real girl hair. Look at the back of it, how flat it is. All that and no hair in the back, pick it out. I would love, why can't girls brush their hair a little bit? Make it bigger. You have a big you got 8 times the shoulders.
I don't think she came to Drag Race with this hair either, actually. I feel like this was almost maybe like an option that was on the table for, like, the Cowardly Lion. And she was like, okay, I'm going to put, like, my 613 into, like, a little, like, doodad. Because there's, like, a lighter blonde that's the base.
She tried.
Yeah, there's a lighter blonde that's the base. And then it's, like, all this, like,
this hem.
I want to dance with somebody on top.
This hem is, like...
Are you hemming and hawing over the hem?
Just there's so many things that could have been done better. If she just burnt holes in this and made black charring on the pink and, like, burn it up like a prom gown from, like, Just the 10 of Us or something when they all burnt their outfits. Like, I think that this could have been better, but it does feel like a give up.
For sure.
And I'm glad.
But I will say, like, Betsey Johnson, thank you so much there is no excuse for anyone in a size 14, 15 to have ugly dance character type shoes because Betsey Johnson goes up to 15.
She does.
Embellished, encrusted, lace appliques, anything you name, like the Betsey Johnson footwear for the big feet girls, go off.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
A rare miss for Miss Corey King this week in the look department. Okay, who's next?
Anya Nerve.
I liked it.
Neck up, I'm here for it. I throw neck for it.
You gonna throw neck for potato chips?
I think she's more of a regal, opulent girl than a cutesy girl. I think I've seen her now dip her toe into the cutesy vibe. It was like, this is very like her SNL hosting type of look, where it's a monochromatic, pastel, cutesy look.
That purple one, yeah.
Which I think that was cute, but like this is obviously not well made, so we got to break it down. The bows are like loofah-y more so than bows.
They don't have any support in them to keep them points up, and so they're just sagging sadly. The heavy one, and then the light one.
I hate
it.
I hate sunglasses as a fascinator too.
I like the length. They were coming for the length, but I thought that the length being that unusual kind of awkward no man's land length actually made it more contemporary. Like if it was just below the knee or just above the knee, that would be like, that has been done before. But the fact that it is this weird, ugly length, I felt added to the like intentional kind of ugliness happening.
If she would have had Lexi's size tulle that she had around the bottom of the veil at the bottom of this, it would have been a game changer. It would have been Dreamgirls, very like Theoni V. Aldridge, you know? Like, this is not that.
This is when I wish there was a pump. Like, I wish there was a pink.
The shoe was wrong with it, too.
Light pink pump. Because these, like, squatty AB music festival is like the girls who go to the music festivals, this is what they're wearing. So they're, like, comfortable all day. Mm-hmm. It's a runway, guys. It's a runway.
If Naomi Smalls called my shoes music festival shoes, I would not be able. If I was a girl who went to music festivals and I was like, I would not be able to go on if I had heard Naomi Smalls looking this good tell me that my shoes for the music festival.
Well, to make everyone feel better at home, I'm in a sneaker right now.
Thank you. Vulnerability, mama.
Are you ready to get horizontal? Let's talk about mattresses.
A good mattress is so important to getting quality sleep, which is pertinent to a healthy lifestyle.
That's why we just love our Helix mattresses. Yes, plural. We get the privilege of sleeping on multiple mattresses. I've tried the Luxe, I've tried the Dusk, I've tried them all, honey, and I love them.
Yes, you've had your mattresses for a while, and so have I. And they hold up over the test of time, and they're just as comfortable now as when they first arrived.
It's not even just me who likes them. The people at my Airbnbs always ask me, what are these mattresses? Yep. And I'm like, use the offer code. It's in the guest book, Helix mattresses. They're my favorites.
Absolutely.
They're the best because you take this quiz that they have, and then based on your answers, you can find the best mattress for you.
And they have tons of different models to choose from. So if you're a side sleeper or a back sleeper, or if you run hot when you sleep, they've got something just for you.
Before getting my Helix, I had never ordered a mattress online and had it shipped straight to my door. But I loved having the mattress just delivered right to me, and all I had to do was take it out of the box. It was already on the bed frame. Boom, done.
It's true. So if you need to upgrade that old lumpy dumpy mattress, get a Helix.
Go to helixsleep.com/drag for 20% off site-wide.
That's helixsleep.com/drag for 20% off site-wide.
helixsleep.com/drag.
Who's up next? Lana Geray.
She's lucky there were a lot of bad outfits because this one needs a titty. She has no shape. We know you have beautiful legs. This should have been shorter with like a hip to build out some like This girl needs. I blame the mother. I blame Lux. Lux needs to get her daughter together and be like, listen, all this body, you can't get away with nothing. You need something, a little titty, a little bee sting. Just pop your cores for these people. You need a titty in that. And this strap is wrong. Hair's lovely, face lovely.
The lack of titty did give it like Little Miss, Jean.
Look what I'm wearing.
Kind of.
Very that. Like, take that off. Mommy has friends over.
A little that.
I actually think like this was a great way to approach the prom prompt. And I do think that if she had a corset on, a little bit more of the tool used as like a bustle, and maybe just like to keep that like maybe just honestly two safety pins on the side
boom,
that just like flares it out on the hips.
Yes, that's all she needs.
I think she honestly could have been in the top if she just had better last minute touches. Yeah, because it fits the prompt so well.
If that had like a white belt pulling her in even instead of a corset, she just needs some styling help. She, if she's young, she probably doesn't have all of these. She probably hasn't done all these looks. And like we did these looks when they first came out, in the 80s.
The shoe is the best part.
The shoe is good. The hair is good though too.
Great shoe, mama. And it looks painful too. So good for her.
Yeah, see, Susie too. That is a shoe you wear on the runway, Susie. Corey King, that is a shoe you wear on the runway. Mm-hmm. Safira Cristal, that is a shoe you would wear in a wheelchair.
Not the past season girls catching strays.
Yeah, the mug is good.
I think, like, poor thing, though, because I think I've also been in that situation where you're like, I'm going to go down the runway and serve it differently because what's been working for me every single week hasn't been obviously sticking, and she's like dancing down the runway. Unnecessary, I feel like stick to being cunt and fierce. But
yeah,
I get it.
Same.
Next up in the prenup category is Arietti.
Yes. Does this give you Betsey Johnson? The whimsical touch with the bow tie gives me Betsey. Other than that, when she said half Betsey, half me, I don't see the half Betsey.
Platinum hair with a black streak in it would have taken it Betsey. Or just blonde and then everything else as is would have made it Betsey.
A wig made out of hair samples, Betsey.
This hair is so good.
I know, right?
She would wear this too.
She would wear it in a second. One of these girls should have worn it.
It reminds me of Dorothy Zbornak sometimes has these outfits that have like a whimsical little like bow tie. It's sort of like a play on like a tuxedo kind of thing. So it reminds me of like Dorothy Zbornak.
I didn't think it fit the brief really at all.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not, it's not screaming, oh my God, Betsey Johnson to me.
I think I don't know what their materials they had to work with, but if this was like inverted and it was like all white lace with the black detailing and all the suiting, black bow tie,
that would have been
it would have been like so on the nose, but I'm sure they didn't necessarily have that. I kind of wish that like her and Lexi would have been like punk rock instead production and walked down the runway together as bride and groom.
Oh, that would have been fierce.
Ooh,
I'm sure they would not go for that.
But I mean, she did make this, and it looks beautifully made. I mean, it looks like she brought it. It's beautifully done. I don't know if it hits the nail on the head as far as the assignment, but she looks great.
I feel like it does, right? She's a groom.
I mean, Betsey for me is like youth. A girl under 30 would want to wear everything, and maybe some of the girls over it would want to wear it. This is not a Betsey dress for me at all, the black. It's well made. I like the whimsy with the white tie, but she should have had like a Betsey's wedding top hat on or something to take it there even more. Or like if it was assless or something, Tate McGray reheated Detox's old nachos. Why not? Like if you're going to do it.
Sports car.
Yeah. Sam Starr.
Miss me with this.
Naomi's on her break. She said, miss me with this.
Tell us.
It's just...
Tell us more.
This is like, come on. You're 23 or 25 or whatever you are. This looks like going to 80s costume, out the bag. Or dressing up as like Madonna, out the bag.
Yeah, it's very black and white Lucky Star.
She's one of the few girls here who can actually construct and do it. And obviously there's cool splicing together with the black and the white, and that's not as off the rack as you can get it. But like...
Where's the over that one, though?
This is...
It wasn't... For me, she relied on the styling of it.
Yeah. I mean, it is pure 80s, pure Madonna. I mean... Like Naomi said. And it isn't like pushing a sort of boundary.
No.
This length.
These tights, this matte tight.
Yeah.
I don't think
You're young. Get your out. RuPaul has her out.
Absolutely. Also, Betsey would have her put. I feel like Betsey's dress that she's wearing on this episode right now is shorter than Sam Starr's. And that's an issue.
Yeah,
yeah.
What kind of boring garden party are you going to in this?
The skirt feels like heavy and weighed down and not, fun and flirty and youthful like Betsey is. Next up, Lexi Love.
RuPaul said it. She said this dress was made for this stage because she did what Alaska does. She takes up room, takes up space, gives a strong angle, a silhouette. The bow, perfect. Everything perfect. Love it.
I don't know.
What? You hate it?
No, I don't hate it. Obviously it's gorgeous and obviously it's perfect for the runway. I do think there is something about like a design challenge that we are given the assignment to design something to do like cosplay of a celebrity's look that another designer created for them is a little funky. Like, we can all like, you know, go to a reference and send it to a designer and have them make it or make it ourselves. But like, where's your like? This is literally like the look. This is the Wiederhof Julia Fox look.
I don't know who that is. Should I?
She does, and she clearly did it. I don't know. I
guess it'll depend on who looks better in it, and then I've copied stuff verbatim for sure, but and
same. And I think I've just like gotten to the point now where it's like, there's also with drag, there's been so many seasons.
Oh, Lexi looks better. Yeah, Julia Fox has brown hair and it goes down to the ground, and she's not shaping the veil with her elbows how Lexi is. I like Lexi's, but
the bow makes it a lot more.
Yeah, Betsey. Whimsy. This gives me strong Betsey's Bride for sure. Betsey's Wedding. The bouquet with the pens so you can sign the prenup. The details.
The Charlie XCX
Did she do
birthday
that?
flower arrangement. Yeah, it's just very like copy and paste to me.
I didn't know.
Which, I mean, a lot of Lexi's looks this season are, you know, this is inspired by this designer and this is inspired by this designer. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but like, it's clear that she is the fashion girl. She knows runways and references and designers and, you know, so like having that knowledge bank, especially when you're like panicking and like have no idea what to do. I think she picked something that she knew fit the prompt from her mind, from her memory, and did it and kind of spun it to make it her own. So like, and she looks phenomenal.
No, she looks great.
And she has the Betsey letters on her leg, IH, which is how Naomi feels about the look.
I hate. No, I don't hate it. I just like, as a design challenge, of course, like we're going to steal a reference from everywhere. That's just drag. That's fashion. But like, this is cosplay with a wig that does not scream Betsey. I feel like an updo with like tendrils blonde, I feel like would read more Betsey than like rainbow hair. I feel like Betsey is definitely more pinup than trippy.
We had pinup hair too when we did it. It was blonde, big.
Right. Yeah.
Now, how many design challenges did you win?
Gosh, I don't know. I think maybe just one, two. Only makeovers. Does that count? I have a full vision.
Yeah, if you design the makeover look.
Yeah.
You designed their makeup, you did their face chart. That's a design challenge.
For sure.
Like I won a design challenge that was also a girl group challenge. And the mini challenge
really
that
are
one.
pushing this narrative.
Right. I mean, you had to design, I'm sure. You had to pluck little references from everywhere.
That's what we do.
I'm sure you didn't look at someone else and just like put your body into the copy machine.
Never.
I really want to just shout out her makeup because she's always kind of switching up her makeup and like is such a talented makeup designer. And I thought her makeup nailed this feeling. Like it's very like
through the veil.
Runway makeup. Like she nailed the makeup. I really like that.
1,000.
So the question is, who is your top salute of the week and who is your top dispute of the week?
Wait,
let's start
we can't
with
ignore
salutes.
Ms. Betsey Johnson, 82 years old, doing the runway walk down with the whole collection and hitting it into a split. Like, come on. I can't do a split and I'm, you know.
I want to see Christian Siriano pop that.
For her to be so just like, and she's so alive. Like it's not like, oh, she looks young. It's like her spirit feels young. She feels alive and alert and with it and engaged. And like, she doesn't seem like an old person. And I don't know what her secret is, but I would love to learn about it.
Yeah, I want to drink it.
I think she stays active and stays moving. At the fashion show, she came around to all of us and was like talking to us. And like, she loves fashion and wants people to look great. And she tries to give really good advice too in the Untucked. This was a good Untucked.
She was very supportive overall.
So,
iconic legend.
My top salute of the week is Lexi Love. My dispute of the week is It's between Anya and Corey. Both were bad, but there was more bad to look at on Anya's. Corey.
Okay.
Yeah, Corey, that ham.
My top salute of the week is for sure Jules. I mean, she got the brief down to a science. And I think my top dispute of the week, I don't even have to think.
Lydia?
Breastplate out.
Oh, Corey.
You gave up. You were ready. You were literally thinking of what you were ordering on Postmates before the lip sync even started. And I hate that attitude. Like, going into Drag Race already being ready for All Stars is just like, ugh.
Yeah, honey, you better get ready for all bars.
Let's try and go for the crown and act as such.
I don't know if she's gonna make it to All Stars.
Participate as such.
She's top 9.
Oh, she's definitely on All-Stars.
I think she's gonna go to All Stars. My top salute
for
of the
storyline
week
or for
is-
drag though.
For storyline.
It doesn't matter.
Obviously.
They are one and the same. My top salute is Jules Sparkles. I thought she really nailed it. And my top dispute is Susie too. Susie dispute. I thought
I should have disputed her.
I thought she didn't crush it this week. And
I think we need like a new category.
What?
Who had the ugliest shoe?
Okay.
And I will definitely say
Susie too.
Susie too. We can't be doing the character shoes on the runway, guys.
Yeah, stop it. It makes you look like guys.
Mini challenge.
Gene Hackman team.
Fast drag, sure, whatever. But like not when there is a plethora of cute shoes in all sizes. We are not like doing drag on season 2 days anymore.
Yeah, no.
There's no excuse for bad lace fronts. And
Susie
bad shoes.
says that she's a rock and roll girl at heart while wearing a character shoe with a floral spat. And then she drew a heart and a cross on her face and smudged her lipstick lollipop mouth Bible girl style and said, "Look at me, I'm a grunge slapper." Terrible.
And start spray painting your drag, guys.
Yeah, honestly.
Ideally not
Absolutely.
on top of Lexi's look.
Ooh.
that is it for this week's Runway Rundown. Now, as you know, Runway Rundown is available in full on the Mom Podcast YouTube channel every Wednesday.
Yeah, and as always, our full audio podcast is available everywhere. You can listen to podcasts for free. But on the Runway Rundown, you get to see how pretty we are. And show the camera if you coughed up anything nice. Tonsil stones, a little bit of lung, nothing. Damn.
Spray tan.
And on our Patreon, Mom Plus Gold, you get all this content ad-free, uncensored, full video episodes of the pod. Okay.
See you next week for the runway. God damn it.
You have one job.
Why do I always do this?
One job.
See you next week for the Runway Rundown. Work the runway, sweetie.